Hey, you're watching Chats with China. Faith, if you're ready, let's chat. How is motherhood?
It
What is the
is very
process like?
taxing.
Okay,
It's
that's like,
tiring.
okay, rhetorical question of like, what am I asking, right?
But it's a blessing. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I think, to be chosen to be someone's mother, when God, He chooses us accordingly. So it certainly comes with a lot of responsibility. And, but I was a mother at a young age. So, I kind of had to figure it out, and of course utilize the help that I had, when I needed it. And now I still do need help lots of times having
Yeah.
4 children. But I learned a lot about responsibility, especially in the parenting sense, or the having a child sense, because my grandmother raised me, but she also raised over 100 foster children. So I grew up in a house where there was always a bunch of kids, so we basically raised each other. I had to babysit people's infants when I was like 12 and 13. So, that sort of prepared me a little bit.
What would you tell young people, young women, about getting married, having children? What would be your advice to them?
Well, just from my own experience, I mean, I certainly wouldn't take back the fact of having my daughter China. I had her when I was 19 years old. I mean, I had to struggle. I was on welfare and all that. When I got my first record deal, I was still on welfare and getting food stamps, and
Yeah.
I mean, that I would say that, as hard as it is to plan out thing, it's just hard to plan your life.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that.
How old is the oldest? How old is China? 19?
She's 17.
She's 17? And how are the rest of the kids?
Everyone's good. How old?
Yeah.
CJ is about to turn 14. Joshua is 12, and I have a 3-year-old named Ryder.
Right now, I have to ask you this. Do you sometimes miss Biggie Smalls? Like, is he the greatest love of your life?
I miss that person. We were separated when he passed, but I know for a fact that if he was alive today, even if I was remarried, we would still be cool. We would still be cool. I would probably be able to call him and complain to him about something, or or be like, what, he pissed me off today. But God sometimes just, we don't understand everything, but we definitely have to accept his doing. And Big was somebody that if you knew him, you would miss him. You would miss him. Every time I'm around any of those guys, like, I'm still in touch with Little C's and most of the Junior Mafia guys. And it's anytime something funny happens and we're together, it's like, oh man, I miss Big, like, because he was just the jokester. Always had something funny to say about somebody that they didn't know what the joke was. So yeah, I definitely miss him.
Other than something to do with the entertainment industry, what would you transform yourself into if you could pick?
The voice of reason.
What does that mean?
Well, because I'm like someone I don't think I know everything by far, but at the same time, sometimes, how sometimes you could be, whether someone's sharing something with you or not, or even if you're just witnessing or hearing a conversation, and you want to, I'm not nosy. I don't butt into people's business. Like, I don't usually, unless someone asks my opinion. But, sometimes I wish I could just be that little, birdie in their ear, whoever it might be, like, girl, you shouldn't do it like that now. This is what you really should do.
So would you be a psychologist?
I think I could. You know what I could be really good at? I could be like a good prosecutor, or like, somebody in the court that has to. But wait, hold on. You just said this. Now, how did you do that then? Because if that happened, then okay, hold on. I think I would be a good, like, prosecutor or somebody in the courtroom.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. So now what do you have to say to all of our beautiful Madame Noire readers out there? What would you say to them right now?
Thanks to everybody who has been a Faith Evans fan, whether you have or not. Thank you guys just for tuning in right now, for being readers of Madame Noire. I hope that everyone gets a chance to pick up my new album, Something About Faith, coming October 5th. I'm not sure if I mentioned, did I mention the hair products? Yes. Glass hair products. Look for Glass hair products. They're actually available now online at glasshair.com and in Venice Beach at Richard Glass's salon, Glass Hair Studios. But we will be launching them, so you'll see them hopefully all over the place really soon. Just keep me in your prayers, and God bless all of y'all, and thank you for having me.